Hello and welcome to our first look at earnings season this week, and it's a big week ahead for US companies reporting their third quarter numbers. Around 125, I think, S&P 500 companies, around 20% of the index will be reporting this week. So big week. We've already had over 15% of S&P 500 firms reporting their third quarter numbers, and so far looking pretty good. We had Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo maybe missing expectations just a shade, but overall it's been good. United Health, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson all beating the market expectations for earnings so far. So looking pretty good. We've had, I think, over 80% of companies that have reported so far have beaten expectations on the earnings per share metric. However, the extent to which they've beaten expectations has been quite a small level. I think 2.4% so far, so it's less than normal. Companies normally beat expectations, and the bar, let's not forget, has been set very low this time, with, of course, fears about the trade war and slowing growth in the US and so on. So the market expects companies to beat expectations. These are the analyst expectations, of course. These are not the market expectations. This is what the analysts think are going to happen. So the market expects them to beat the expectations, but as yet, while they are doing that, they're not doing as much as normal. And so far, the blended earnings per share decline is 4.7%. So that's a combination of what we've seen so far and what the bottom-up analyst expectations are. So 4.7% is actually what we saw last week. That's how much companies are earning less than they did last year on an earnings per share basis. So real potential for the market to swing this week because of the extent of the companies reporting. And just to give you an idea of that, I have with Kimberly-Clark, with Hasbro, with UPS, Procter & Gamble, McDonald's, Texas Instruments, Chipotle, Daimler, Ford, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Caterpillar, eBay, Microsoft, American Airlines, and Amazon, Twitter, and Intel to round off the week with a batch of tech earnings. So it's a big week. I think we're going to see a number of companies beating expectations quite firmly, and a number of companies missing. Obviously, the likes of Boeing are in the spotlight. On Friday, we saw the shares in Boeing drop sharply. Concerned still about this 737 MAX. That weighed on the Dow because the Dow is heavily exposed to what Boeing does because of the weighting of the index. Now, Boeing probably was shaping up for, could be a very tough Q3, so that particular company's reporting will have an impact on the Dow for sure. And if you do want to look at earnings, ahead of earnings, and how to trade them, then we have a number of tools on the platform. I've got Amazon up here, and you can find in the key statistics, Traders Translator, but analyst ratings just gives you an idea of what the analyst community on Wall Street thinks. We've got data on hedge funds activity. That's what the likes of your Ray Dalios, your George Soros, whoever it might be, what they're doing with the shares. That's based on official filings. So that tells you the extent to which they're buying or selling these companies. Insider activity, that's executives, that's whether Jeff Bezos is selling stock or not in the likes of Amazon. And then news sentiment as well. That's particularly useful, I think, in the run-up to earnings, because there's an awful lot of online, in particular online news that gets published talking about the companies and what the market thinks might be happening. So the news sentiment data. And then in the financials, you will find the forecast EPS for the stock for the coming quarter, and the forecast sales. So just to give you an idea of what the consensus expectations are. And then if you go into our tools section, sentiment tools, for example, analyst recommendations, you'll get all the latest, if I can bring that one up, there we are, all the latest expectations from analysts and the ratings and so on. So that is your sort of platform tools that we have for trading these stocks this earnings season. But we're looking at another decline in earnings, but possibly and likely companies beating what the market thinks at the moment. So big week ahead, and we'll have daily updates this week. There's nothing reporting and nothing major reporting today. That's why we're looking ahead. But from tomorrow there will be significant reporting, and we will bring you a breakdown of those numbers and some market analysis based on what happens as a result. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching. We'll have more updates every day this week and throughout October on earnings season, so do tune in for those if you can. Thank you.